Welcome back to Each One Reach One Israel. Thank you very much for joining me today, family. I really appreciate your time, everybody. We're continuing today in our video series titled Christianity versus the Bible. All right. Now, a few days ago, well, not a few days ago, for about the last couple of weeks, the Most High has been putting on my spirit very, very heavily, telling me, hey, it's time to go after the Christians. It's time to go after the Christians, right? It's time for them to hear my judgment. It's time for them to have the truth revealed to them. This is the season of the unveiling. This is the time of the exposing of the false prophets, right? This is the time of the Most High manifesting who his people are and which people are the false shepherds, which people have the incorrect doctrine, which people have the correct doctrine, all right? These are the times that he spoke about, right? People are running to and fro and knowledge is being increased. He's leaving no room for anybody to believe that these so-called people are his people. He wanted there to be too many holes and too many questions. He wanted to be obvious that they were fake, that they were phony, that there's no way. He's showing you that their doctrine, their belief, their faith cannot stand. What they believed in had too many holes in it. They were in error. Look at them. They thought they were going to be saved. They thought they were going to be raptured out of here. But that wasn't the case. And who are they? The people on the screen. People on the screen. Because after those, all those 2 weeks when he was putting it on my spirit, I've been studying and putting a lesson together. And the very day that I began to record the lesson, the very day that I recorded the first video in the lesson for this series, these people met their end. If you remember video 1, I started off clowning a little bit, right? The Most High. What did he say? He said, I will mock you. I will laugh at your calamity. How does he do that? Through his men. What did I do in that first video? I opened it up clowning and laughing at these false prophets, telling them, as one of his prophets, revealing to them that their time is over, telling them they're about to lose their jobs. This truth is about to come out. It's over for them. They're about to lose those positions they were exalted to in their churches. Same day, these people died. Leaders of their church. Look, can you guys see the title of the news clip? Remnant Fellowship members shared memories of 7 plane crash victims. Yes, that's the name of their church. Remnant Fellowship. Wow, right? For those of us who are really studiers of the word, we understand that we, the elect of Israel, we are the remnant of Israel. We are the Most High's remnant. And right now we have come together and we've been building together. Our brotherhood has come together. Our bonds have been increasing, and he's stitching the body together. The true remnant are in fellowship, extreme fellowship with each other every day, all around the clock. That's what we're doing. You think it's a coincidence that the Most High took out these people, these fake faith leaders, false apostles and prophets of the fake remnant fellowship church? 7 of them killed. We all know how important the number 7 is to the Most High. That is a significant number, right? We understand this, right? It's the number of completion. He's showing you that the times of the Gentiles have been completed. It's over for these people, folks. All right. Now, that concludes that. Before we get into our lesson, let's begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem HaMashiach Yahushai. All praise is due. Father, we give thanks for you showing us the fall of our enemies, for you allowing us to see the manifestation of your word. You said you would do it, and you're doing it. You said that you would allow us to see it. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, making good. His word is a cashed check. A cashed check. You better believe it. You better believe it. Also, before I get in really quick, just for those, because there's some naysayers out there, some people saying, man, it's not true. It's not true. That's just you guys. That's just you, quote, here, see my air quotes. That's just you Black Hebrew Israelites, man. You guys are a hate group, man. You guys are just saying this, man. You know, the church, man. Oh, really? That's just us? It's just us. So we're the only ones that know that the church, the modern church, is a farce. That's what you're saying? We're the only ones that know? Really? We're the only ones that know.
They changed the name. And do you know why they changed the name? Because they don't want us to have it. Why? Well, it says, give praise to his name.
There's power in his name.
There's power. Call upon it. Doesn't it?
Acts 4:12. There's one name under heaven given by which men must be saved.
See, and what name is that?
That's Jesus.
No, it
Yeshua.
isn't.
No, it isn't.
That's
Jehovah.
the whole point.
Right.
That's
It's
the
not.
whole point.
Yeshua.
It's not.
That's his name.
Yes.
No,
The
it's
name
not.
would be Joshua today.
Okay.
Now, they're wrong. He's wrong about the name, but he understands. He knows it ain't Jesus. He knows that they corrupted us. They corrupted everybody, and they gave you the false name. Why? The same reason why I told you in my previous video. Because there's only one name wherein there is power. They didn't want us to have his real name. Otherwise, we would call on his name and exercise the true power. They're still off. He's still off. But at least he's awakened to the fact that Jesus ain't it. These people lied to you about the name to take away the power that is in his name, because not all names are equal. He's not just sitting there saying, you know, well, they mean me. You know, they're calling this other name, but they're talking about me. So I'm allowed that name to have some power. That will make him a liar, because he said only one name. There's only one name by which men can be saved. One. Not many, not one name, but, you know, different translations. No. One name, Yahweh Shai. He is salvation. He is salvation. Period. Now let's giddy up into these scriptures. Isaiah chapter 48. Let's go. Hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah, which swear by the name of Yahweh, and make mention of the power of Israel, but not in truth, nor in righteousness. Again, so he opens up in this chapter. Look who he's talking to again. He's talking to the house of Jacob. He's talking to those who go by the name, who are called by the name of Israel. Do I gotta, expound on that any further? Do you guys need me to beat on my chest and do it? Okay, I'll do it. The power of Israel, not the power of everybody. I know you guys are waiting for that. It was like, come on, man, do it. Each one, reach one. Let them have it. The power of Israel. The power of Israel. All right. They got it. No, they don't got it, but they're going to get it. Verse 2, for they call themselves of the holy city and stay themselves upon the power of Israel. The Lord of hosts is his name. Yahweh is his name. Not God. Yahweh is his name. The power of Israel, the creator of the earth, but the power of Israel. All right. Verse 9. For my name's sake will I defer mine anger. From my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. He cut off his people because, he came to his own people and they rejected him. So he cut them off. He cast them aside. Now all of us Gentiles are able to be grafted in. I cut thee not off. Who do we believe? The Father or the heathens? The Most High or the Gentiles? By blood. Got to throw that in there. Who do we believe? The scripture or the false shepherds? The word of the book or the word of the people who was never given the understanding? The word of the people who never communicated with the power, who he never communicated to, who the word was never meant for. Who do we believe? Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Listen, he's talking to Israel. He's saying, behold, I have refined thee. Refined thee. What does refined mean? What does refined mean? We got to get it. Let's get it so people can understand. Developed or improved so as to be precise or subtle. Elegant and cultured in appearance, manner, and taste, with impurities or unwanted elements having been removed by processing. So let's apply it here. The Most High, he improved his people. He tried them. He removed all of their filth and transgression and iniquity, everything that made them not worthy of him. He said, I refined thee. This is talking in the future tense. He's talking as if he's already done it. That's what he does. He talks as if it's already done, because to him, it is already accomplished, but not in this time when it's being spoken. It was not accomplished yet then at this point. This is how you know this is a prophecy. This is a future projection that he would refine his people. This is what he planned to do. His plan was to refine his people throughout the ages. Why did he do this? Because I have chosen thee. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. He put us in the furnace of affliction. He sent us through hell on earth, because hell is on earth. He chosen us in the furnace of affliction. Throughout all of our affliction, throughout all our persecutions and oppressions, he was working on us. That was the furnace. He chose us and he preserved us through all of our afflictions, all the captivities, the slavery, everything that we went through. That was him refining us, putting us through the fire. You refine gold and silver in the fire. He called it the furnace of affliction. He had not dealt so with any other nation. He chastised us and corrected us like you do your children. The other nations have not known his judgment until now. Verse 11, for my own sake, even for mine own sake will I do it. Listen, he didn't say I might do it. He didn't say I'll think about it. He didn't say, under this condition or under that condition. He didn't say if you do this or do that. He said, will I do it? For my own sake, will I do it? Meaning, it's as good as done. He's going to do it. That's his word. He's going to do it. For how should my name be polluted? That's his word. He's telling you, my name will not be polluted. I'm going to refine my people for my name's sake. I'm going to cleanse them. I'm going to bring them out of that polluted state they're in right now, and I'm going to cleanse them for my name because they carry my name. Israel, that's like his last name. He's married unto his people, so his people get his last name. He's surnamed the seed of Jacob, Israel. and I will not give my glory unto another. Did you hear what he said? He gave his glory to his people. He said, I will not give my glory unto another. I will not give my glory unto another. Listen, I will not, he said. I will not, he said. I will not, he said, give my glory unto another. Unto another. That means he gave his glory to someone already. Who did he give it to? Israel. He gave his glory to Israel. Gave Israel his last name. Gave Israel his name. And said, I will refine them. I will cleanse them. For my own sake will I do it. But how should my name be polluted? I'm going to make it clean. I'm going to cleanse my people and glorify them again. I will not give my glory unto another. I will not throw my people away and adopt a new people. I will not do it. That's what he said. Verse 12, hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called. Who's this called? O Jacob and Israel. You guys can't get past this. Can't get around it. You can't. You can't get around it. Hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel. He's talking to Jacob, to the seed of Jacob, to Israel specifically. He says, you are my called. I am he. I am the first. I also am the last. Let's get verse 17. Thus saith Yahweh, thy Redeemer. He's talking to Israelites, right? He's talking to Isaiah. Well, he's talking to Israel through Isaiah, who was an Israelite, who's delivering the message that the Father gives him. He's delivering it to the people. This message to an Israelite for the Israelites by the power, the Holy One of Israel. Can't be more plain than that. Let's get it again from the top. Thus saith Yahweh, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Yahweh, thy power, thy God, yours, Israel. Not everybody's, yours. Which teacheth thee, not teacheth everybody, teacheth thee, teacheth you to profit, which leadeth thee, which leadeth you by the way that thou shouldest go. Personal relationship with a people that he chose for himself. He does not deal so with every other nation. Everybody in creation is not able to call themselves the child of God. You cannot do it. You can call yourself the creation of the power, but you can't call yourself a child of the power. That's reserved for one nation of people, period. Verse 20, go ye forth of Babylon, flee ye from the Chaldeans. With the voice of singing declare ye. Tell this, utter it even to the end of the earth. Say ye, Yahweh hath redeemed his servant Jacob. Again, this is a future projection because he has not done it yet, but he's telling you what he's going to do. He's telling you who he's going to redeem. Did he say he hath redeemed his servant, the Christians? Nope. His servant, the Gentiles? Nope. Nope. He has redeemed his servant Jacob. That is a bloodline. That is a seed. That is a house. That is not a spiritual people. That is an actual bloodline who are a spiritual people. If you want to be technical, the only spiritual people. The reason why we're called soul brothers and so forth. Why we eat soul food. Why is that term strictly used in conjunction with us? You ever thought about that? because we're the people that the Most High put his breath of life into. We're the ones, we're actual living souls. He says, flee ye from the Chaldeans, talk to his people, with a voice of singing, declare ye. Come on now. Who are the most talented people on the earth? The Most High loves singing. He loves singing. Which people do you think he enjoys hearing sing? Which people do you think are his people? You can see who his people are. Who are the best singers? Who are they? Which people make soul music? What people is that? What people did he give voices as instruments? All right, that's enough. I just want that to resonate with you people for a second. I hope it did, because you got to apply common sense, logic, reason, along with the scriptures. It helps it all make sense. It helps bring it all together. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 1. Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people, from far. Yahweh hath called me from the womb. From the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me a polished staff. In his quiver hath he hid me, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. What did he say? Thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. The Most High, the Father, is saying that his servant Israel is in whom he will be glorified. That is his plan. His plan has always been for him to glorify himself through his people. He would bring us low. And then when he lift us up, he will get his glory, because everybody will see that we are the manifestation of the book, that everything written in that book was true. When they see everything that happens to us, with us, and through us, they're going to know that he is the one and only true living power. They're going to have no choice. They're going to have to admit it. They're going to see that everything that was in this book that he said will be, that it came to pass. They're going to see his glory upon us. So he would get his glory through us, because we would be his witnesses. How many times did he refer to Israel as his witnesses? He said, ye are my witnesses. That's what he meant. That's what he meant. Verse 4, then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught and in vain. Yet surely my judgment is with the power, Yahweh, and my work with my God. And now, saith Yahweh, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him, to bring the entire world, entire earth unto him, to bring the Gentiles unto him, to bring Jacob again to him. That's all he cares about. That's all he cares about. All he cares about is his people. That's it. The one group of people. This whole entire book is his love story with his people. That's what it's about. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of Yahweh, and my power shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to do what? To raise up the tribes of Jacob. Raise up the tribes of Jacob. Yes, I'm emphasizing. Why? Plural. Tribes. Multiple tribes. Not one tribe. Why is he emphasizing that way? Because if right now the people currently calling themselves us, currently calling themselves Israel, if they are indeed the people, something's wrong, something's amiss. They call themselves being Judites, right? That's one tribe. And they're claiming that they're living out the scriptures, that they're already past this point that he's talking about right here, according to them, and them trying to force prophecy to make it look like they're the people. Where are the other tribes? of Jacob. There's only one tribe being claimed. Where are the rest of the tribes of Jacob? Where are they? Where are they? He said, raise up the tribes, all 12 of Jacob. And to what? And to restore the preserved of Israel. That is his word. I will also give thee, Israel, for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. He said he's going to make his people, Israel, a light to the Gentiles, meaning all the nations of the world will come to us to learn about him. In the end, because everybody would know eventually, after he did his mighty work, everybody would have no doubt about him being the power and us being his people, and everybody's going to come from the end of the earth to us for salvation. They're not going to be sitting over in another country, calling on the power, saying that they've been grafted in and that he threw away his people. No, that's not what they're going to be saying. They're going to be saying, my goodness, the Most High, he loves his people, the Israelites, and they are his beloved. And the only way we can get any kind of salvation is we got to go to them to get to him. We got to go through them. We got to seek salvation through his people, because he don't deal with us. We got to go cling to them to learn about him, to be taught about him, to receive some sort of salvation. We got to go and cling to them. That's not happening right now. Future projection, prophecy, something on the horizon. Verse 7, thus saith Yahweh, the Redeemer of Israel. See, it's repetitive. He leaves no room for there to be any questions. Like, what are you guys studying in that Christian church? Not the Old Testament, that's for damn sure, because too many times he's calling himself the Redeemer of Israel. They don't want to hear any parts of this shit. This is scary. See, this is doctrine of exclusion for them. This doesn't make them feel good. The mean old God of the Old Testament, he's mean and he's a God of war and he's about wrath, and but their Jesus is God of peace and harmony and love and whatever. Not said the scriptures. Doesn't say that anywhere in the book. But that's what they believe. That's what they stand on. That's what they build their faith on. You know they're fucking full of shit, because nobody's more hateful than the Christians. Who's more hateful than the Christians? Who's more hateful than the Christian church? Who? Their entire faith is based on white supremacy and Christian and hatred of all others, while claiming that their God is a God of peace and love and inclusion for all people who worship him. That's some bullshit. Thus saith Yahweh, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to whom man despiseth. That's Yahweh Shai. That's the Yahweh Shai. Old Testament, Yahweh Shai is being spoken about. The Redeemer of Israel, whom man despiseth. To him whom the nation abhorreth. He was hated by many of the nation. Many, not all, many. To a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship, because of Yahweh that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee. Choose thee? Who? Is he talking to the Gentiles right now? Wait, my bad. Maybe I got to go backwards, because I think he started talking to the Christians and I missed it. I think I missed it. I don't remember reading Christians in here anywhere. But somehow they claim that they're the people that he would choose, that he said he would choose. He doesn't say that, but they say that. I'm caught between the rock and the hard place. Do I believe the Most High or do I believe the white man? The Most High or the white man? The white man or the Most High? Why, whatever do I do? I ain't listening to you. Anybody listening to you deserves everything they fucking get because the book tells you otherwise. Anybody believing men and not the book deserves their fate. Anybody. You deserve what you get, folks. Thus saith Yahweh, in an acceptable time, I have heard thee, talking to his people. Because why is he saying this? Because during this time when he's speaking, it's not the acceptable time. He turned his face away from his people. He's trying to call them back, but he knows they're not about to come back. So he's about to send them into this captivity, but he's sending words of comfort and he's talking to them about what's going to happen. In an acceptable time, I have heard thee, saying, in an acceptable time, in the time that I have appointed, I will listen to you again. I will turn my face back to you and I will start listening to you again. Guess what, folks? Yeah, you guessed it. This is that acceptable time. He's hearing us again. We're living out prophecy. The words of this book are jumping out of the book into our reality, shaping our reality, creating our reality, showing us that this book is reality. In an acceptable time have I heard thee, Israel, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee, promising salvation to Israel. Not saying he's going to throw them away and save another group of people that aren't his people. You know, he's saying an acceptable day of salvation. Well, in acceptable time I have heard thee, and in the day of salvation have I helped thee. Thee, you, Israel, only. He's not talking to anybody else. Didn't mention helping anybody else, just Israel. And I will preserve thee. Who? Israel. No, Gentiles. No, the Christians. No, he said thee. Speaking to who? Israel. He said, in the day of salvation, I have helped thee, Israel, and I will preserve thee, Israel. He didn't say, I will get rid of thee, Israel. I will cast thee off, Israel. I'm going to cast you to the side, and I'm going to bring in some spiritual Israelites, Israel. He didn't say, I'm going to bring me in some Gentiles, Israel. And I will preserve thee, preserve thee. How does he say, I will help thee, I will hear thee, I will preserve thee? But they say he cast them off. He got rid of his people. That's not what he said. Listen what else he says. And give thee, you, for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause, to inherit the desolate heritages. Powerful. Powerful. That's for his people. His promise. That's his word, Israel. Cash check. Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. We are the richest people walking this planet. We just don't look like it right now. But oh, he's about to work a great work. Just wait and see. If you don't believe him, just watch. Verse 13. Sing, O heavens, and be joyful. I guarantee you, he's talking about us. When he's saying sing, he ain't talking about these other people. He want to hear a joyful noise. He want to hear a beautiful sound. You want to know who he's talking about? All you got to do is look around and you can see the signs of his people. All you got to do is just look. You ain't got to look too far. Everybody knows. Everybody knows who are the most talented and gifted people walking the earth. We all know. It goes without saying. Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains, for Yahweh hath comforted his people, all the people, his people. The Gentiles, his people. His people. He has comforted his people. Again, we know this ain't talking about back then, because at this time when he's speaking, these people are on their way into the next captivity. This is for later. And we'll have mercy upon his afflicted. We'll throw away his afflicted. It's not what the book says. No matter how much you guys try to force it into saying what you wanted to say, it just doesn't. The words are not there. I'm not making this up. Each one reach one did not write this book. Do not call me hateful for reading what's here. You can't call me foolish and say, you're just interpreting it. You're just interpreting it that way. Oh, am I now? That's their favorite line. No, see, that's not what it says. You're just interpreting it that way. That's just how you interpret the book. Really? Really? That's crazy. Verse 14. Look. Before I even give it to, look at the subject matter. When it's telling you what this chapter is about, right? What the next section is about. Promise to Zion. Promise to Zion. Is it the promise to the earth? Nope. Promise to the planet? Nope. Promise to the Christians? Nope. To the Gentiles? Hell no. Promise to Zion. To Zion. But Zion said, Yahweh hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. That's what his people saying, because we went through a period where it looked like we were forsaken. He knew that we would say this, that we would be going through such affliction and hard times, that we would say that we have been forsaken. But what does he say? See, the Christians are like, see, I told you. Nope, this is his people. What he was saying that his people would say and would think because of the affliction that we would go through. But watch what he says in response to that line of thinking. Look what the Most High says. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget. Listen, yet will I not forget thee. Ooh. Yet will I not forget thee. Israel, Zion, not you Christians. He said he will not forget his people. Behold, I have graven thee, not the Christians, Israel, upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Listen to what he's saying. Thy children, Israel, shall make haste. Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. This word is true. Listen, lift up thine eyes round about and behold, all these gather themselves together and come to thee. As I live, saith Yahweh, thou shalt surely clothe thee with them all as with an ornament, and bind them on thee as a bride doeth. Them who? All these other people that he told us to look around, because they're going to come and cling to us like ornaments, like jewelry, like clothing. They're going to cling to us. Future projection. He's going to make us glorious, mighty, and the other nations are going to bow down to his people and come and cling to us. That is his promise. This is coming. All of you people hating the Negroes, you have no idea what you're in for. Verse 19, for thy waste and thy desolate places and the land of thy destruction shall even now be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants. Meaning the places where you live is going to be too small to hold all of you because I'm going to multiply you. I'm gonna make y'all such great number that the place where you live is going to be too narrow, too small. And they that swallowed thee up shall be far away. Swallowed thee up. Who swallowed us up? Huh, Christians? You guys did. You Christians. You cross-burning motherfuckers. You slave boat building, children capturing, evil motherfuckers swallowed us up. He said, they that swallowed thee up shall be far away. He's going to remove you far away. Far away. I mean, he's going to sweep you off our lands. The children which thou shalt have after thou hast lost the other shall say again in thine ears, the place is too strait for me. Give place to me that I may dwell. Then shalt thou say in thine heart, who hath begotten me these, seeing I have lost my children and am desolate, a captive, and removing to and fro? And who hath brought up these? Behold, I was left alone. These, where have they been? Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles. When he say lift up his hand, that means destruction is coming. That don't mean he's saying hi, like, hey, y'all. Nope, that ain't what he's doing. That ain't what he's doing. When he say I'm gonna lift up my hand to somebody, that means I'm about to fuck them up. So who was he lifting his hand up to? I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people. I told y'all there's two sets of Gentiles. This is how it makes sense. It's not a contradiction. Not a contradiction. There are two sets of Gentiles. The Gentiles by blood, by nation, by nationality, and the Israelite Gentiles. They're called Gentiles because when the Most High divorced them, he took the name Israel away from them because he divorced them. He took his name, and they went into their captivities under these other people that he sent them captive under when he punished them, and he took away their identity. He took away all their knowledge of self. He made them to discontinue from their heritage, took away all the Israelite customs, took away their language. They spoke the language of their oppressors. They celebrated their oppressors' holidays, kind of sound like us right now in this captivity that we're in right now. See how the Negroes, we celebrate all of our oppressors' holidays, how we speak our oppressors' language right now. We could be called Gentiles right now. Not technically, I mean, before this awakening, now that we've been awakened, he's given us his name back. He's reclaimed his people. But before, we were still considered Gentiles. Those of us who are still asleep, the 2/3 of our people, they're still considered Gentiles right now. By practice, not by blood. He makes a difference. And right here, he's talking to both groups. He's talking to the Gentiles by practice and the Gentiles by blood. That's what he's talking to right now, because the Israelite Gentiles by practice are also due to be destroyed along with the Gentiles by blood. This is their fate. This has to happen to them. That's why he won't awaken them. They won't get this truth. They'll fight it. They're stuck in the churches calling Jesus. They're in Islam and Buddhism and atheists and so forth. 2/3 of his people are into all manner of things, and they're not going to be saved on this side. They're going to have to die along with the other nations, along with the heathens, and then be reborn into his kingdom via his 1/3, via his elect, the real remnant of the Most High. Right? Behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles. I will fuck them up and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. These people are going to come bringing the Israelites from all over the world back to us. They're going to come bringing them to us. The Most High says, bring me my people. He's going to bring us all back together. He's going to bring us all back together. He's going to make these people do it. Verse 23, and kings, meaning rulers, shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. Meaning, what does that mean? That means all of the rulers of the earth are going to nourish us. They're going to give us all of their stuff, all of their valuables, food and land and houses and wealth, everything. They're going to give it all to us. He's going to make them hand it over. The transfer of power is already underway. That's what's going on right now. Guys, look around. Look at the world. Look what's happening right now. Little do you guys know that this is exactly what's going on right now. His word is taking root. It's taking effect. It's being manifested. They're preparing to hand over all of the wealth of the world to his people. They shall bow down to thee. All the rulers of the nations, they're going to bow down to the Israelites with their face toward the earth and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. We will not be ashamed. We are waiting for our power. We will not be ashamed that wait for him. This has nothing to do with you Gentiles. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it does. I almost excluded you. I know you guys don't like to be excluded. All right. Yes, I'm sorry. You guys are included in this. Yes, you guys will be licking up the dust of our feet. Yes, I almost let you out. I'm sorry. Because right here, it is talking about you. It is talking about you. He said he's going to lift up his hand to you and fuck you up and cause your rulers and your leaders to come to us, bowing down to us. All of you will bow down to us. You will give us all of your shit. All of it. You will lick up the dust of our feet. That's what he said. That's what he said. Verse 24. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? But thus saith Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away. The captives of the mighty, all of our people who are being oppressed by all of these other nations, wherever they are throughout the four corners of the earth, they will be taken away from the mighty. We will take our captives away from these people because we're going to be made mightier than them. They may be mighty now and we have no power, but one day he's going to power us up. We're going to be like superheroes roaming this place, restoring order. We're going to be mightier than they. The captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey, our people, of the terrible, you Gentiles, you heathens, are the terrible, shall be delivered. The prey of the terrible, our people, the Israelites that are in captivity, that are still being persecuted and oppressed all around the earth, shall be delivered. This is what he says. For I who? The Most High, Yahweh himself, I will contend with him that contendeth with thee. He's promising that he will exact vengeance upon everybody that contends with us. And I will save thy children. Not all the children, not the Gentiles' children, not the Christians' children. He's talking about the Israelites. I will save your children. I will contend with him that contend with thee. I'm going to be your power. Whoever's fucking with you, they got a problem with me. I'm going to deal with them. Everybody that's been messing with you, I'm going to deal with them. That's his promise. That is his promise. Verse 26, and I will feed them that oppress thee. Listen, who's been oppressed? The Israelites, the so-called African-American, the so-called Negro, right? And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood. Does this sound like some people that he loved? But you guys still want to hold on to the, for God so loved the whole world. He loves everybody in the whole world. But he's going to feed these people with their own flesh, huh? They shall be drunken with their own blood, huh? But he loves them, huh? As with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior, yours, Israel, and thy Redeemer. How do you know he's talking about Israel? The mighty one of Jacob. Woo, context, got to keep reading. Nice how that works, right? Lovely how that works. And you know this is a future prophecy. This hasn't happened. I know that's a scary part, to know that this is coming. Ooh, it would make you feel better if this had already happened, wouldn't it? It would make you feel good, right? Oh, yeah, but it hasn't. It's coming, and it's coming for you. 1, 2, Yahweh's coming for you. Yeah, buddy. He's gonna, when Yahweh Shai comes in his Father's glory, it's gonna be the stuff that nightmares are made of. And I know from right now going forth, you guys are gonna start having fucking nightmares. Yahweh Shai and Yahweh's gonna haunt your fucking dreams like Freddy Krueger. He says that I, Yahweh, am your Savior, Israel, your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Isaiah chapter 50, verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Behold, for your iniquities have ye sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. It was our fault. We got in trouble because we fucked up. It was our own fault. We deserved everything that he did for us. We deserved to be destroyed. We deserved to be consumed, but it didn't happen. He didn't throw us away. He had mercy on us because he loved us more than we deserved. He did not punish us according to what our iniquity required. All praise is due to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Mashiach Yahushua. Verse 2, wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened at all that it cannot redeem? He's saying, is there a limit to his power that he can't redeem his people? That he can't save us from everything that we're going through? Is he powerless to save us? Or have I no power to deliver? Does he have no power to deliver? See, they think that he can't or he won't because he hasn't. They don't know his time frame. They don't know his schedule. They don't know his clock. And they don't understand that the alarm is going off, that he's already awakened to our voices. The time is now. It's happening. Behold, at my rebuke, I dry up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish stinketh because there is no water, and dieth for thirst. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 2. Look unto Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. See, again, he's talking to a group of people whose lineage goes back to Abraham and Sarah. This isn't you Gentiles. You Gentiles don't go back to Abraham and Sarah. So you know he's not talking to you. The Israelites go back to Abraham and Sarah. So it makes sense, right? He's been talking to the Israelites the whole time. Now he's talking to a people whose lineage go back to Abraham and Sarah, and the Israelites lineage go back to Abraham and Sarah. 1 + 1, yeah, equals 2 bad for you. Look unto Abraham your father and unto Sarah that bare you, for I called him alone and blessed him and increased him. For Yahweh shall comfort Zion. Again, if he's the God of everybody. He's everybody's power. He's everybody's father. Everybody are his children. Everybody who calls on him are his children. Everybody who believeth on him or his son are his children. Why didn't he say that? Why does he only say he's going to comfort Zion, the Israelites? Why only? He will comfort all her waste places. Everywhere we are, those are our waste places. The ghettos, they call them. The ghettos, they call them. Ghettos, they call them. Wherever we are synonymous with the word ghetto. Only us, nobody else. Everybody knows this. You say ghetto, you're referring to or making an inference to the Negroes or where we live. That's what you're talking about. Everybody knows this, right? Everybody knows this, right? Okay. Etymology. What does the word ghetto mean? The word ghetto means a part of a city in which Jews are compelled to live. What? See, the truth be right in your fucking face, and they keep playing with you. Ghetto, a part of the city in which Jews are compelled to live. Who does that sound like? Who does that refer to? Who does that apply to? Stop letting them lie to you. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. All right, back to it. Back to it. So, verse 3. For Yahweh shall comfort Zion, only Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden. He's going to restore our lands. He's going to restore our dwelling places and make them beautiful again. He's going to heal the land. See, these heathens, they knew that they had a short time. They knew that they weren't the ones that are going to inherit this. At the end, they knew they had a short time and then that we would get everything back. This is why they ran it into the ground. This is why they did their damage to destroy it. They operated on this planet like a people who had a short time, not like a people who would be around forever. They knew they had a limited time on the clock and they tried to fuck up everything that's ours while they had a chance because they knew it would be given back to us at some point. That's why they didn't care about it. They didn't care about the shape they put this earth in because they knew it wouldn't belong to them, that it's ours. They tried to destroy our shit, thinking that they were going to give us back our shit and we was going to get it back all run down. But the Most High promised that he's going to make it like Eden. So no, they ain't just going to give us our shit back and then it's going to be all raggedy and fucked up the way they abused it and destroyed it. No, the Most High is going to heal and restore our lands in addition to us. In her desert, like the garden of Yahweh, joy and gladness shall be found therein. Thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Look, Most High said he's going to comfort all her waste places and will make her wilderness like Eden and her desert like the garden of Yahweh. Listen, if those people over there are the people and them being over there in that land was the manifestation of his word, how come the land over there isn't like Eden? How come it's not beautiful? How come it's not pristine like the Garden of Eden? He said when he put his people, when he comes back to us and becomes our power again and restores us and puts us in our land, he said we were going to dwell in safety. Safety. They aren't dwelling in safety over there. They've been at war and with the people around them for the longest. No peace. Where's their peace? On Passover, they just came out and unveiled their Messiah. And then and as soon as they unveiled their Messiah, then they go and kick out all the, see the air quotes, the Black Hebrew Israelites out of the cities, out of the places where they were living over there in Israel. As soon as they told, see the air quotes again, the Black Hebrew Israelites, that they had to get the fuck up out of there, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. That's when it all started going down. As soon as they told them they got to get out of there, it all went to shit. Where's their Messiah? We're just all supposed to forget that their Messiah came out on Passover, huh? Where is he? They all made a big ass ordeal about him, a big to do. A big to do. I mean, them people were going crazy over there for their Messiah. Where the fuck is he? It's like Jesus. Where the fuck is he when you need him? It's people, Jesus, people, you need Jesus. Your people need you right now. Jesus, sleep. Jesus, sleep. Huh? Your Messiah, look like he, same difference. He's back. He over there in Israel, sleep right now. People going through it and shit. He's sleeping. The fuck? Verse 4, hearken unto me, my people, not all people, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, not all nations, my nation. For a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near. My salvation is gone forth, and mine arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on mine arm shall they trust. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. Ooh, sounds scary, Christians, you guys aren't getting raptured away. You're going to be here for this. My salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Listen, he just told you who he's talking to. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness. What people know righteousness? The Israelites, only the Israelites. How do you know? Listen, he specifies the people in whose heart is my law. Which people received the law? There's only one people who he gave his law to, not all the people. Who is the people that received his law? Israelites. Thank you. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their revilings. Verse 8, for the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Verse 11, therefore the redeemed of Yahweh shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. What? Whose head? The people of Zion, his redeemed, not the Christians. I haven't once seen the term Christian be mentioned. Not once does he say he's going to redeem the Gentiles. Not once does he say all the earth can be saved. Not once. They shall obtain gladness and joy. They, the Christians, still, I keep missing it. Damn. Well, hold on, let me go back. They shall, okay, not Christians right there. No, that says Zion. I don't say Gentiles. I'm pretty sure it's there somewhere because I don't think they would lie. I don't think they would lie. I think it's there. I just need reading glasses. Got to be the problem because I don't think that all these people would just lie. Maybe I'm just reading wrong. Maybe this is just my interpretation. Yeah, right. These people are fucking crazy. They, Israel, Zion shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. That is a promise. That is a projection. No, you know, it's not talking about right now. Are those people over there the people right now? If they are, then this right here should hold true. They should have obtained gladness and joy already, and sorrow and mourning should have fled away. It hasn't. It hasn't. They're going through all kind of shit. Sorrow and mourning are commonplace for these folks right now. Has not fled away. It has not. Verse 12, even I, am he that comforteth you. See, again, specifically talking to Israel, not to everybody, not to you. Mr. Christian, Mrs. Christian, who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass? and forgettest Yahweh thy maker, that hath stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, and has fear continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor. Who else has went through this? Who else, what other people has had to continually fear every day because of the fury of their oppressor? As if he were ready to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor? The captive exile hasteneth, that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. But I am Yahweh thy power, that divided the sea, whose waves roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. And I have put my words in thy mouth, yours, Israel. And I have covered thee, Israel, in the shadow of mine hand. Oh, that sounds like a safe place. That sounds like a safe place. That sounds like some place I want to be. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. All praises due. This is for his people, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto all the people of the planet, oh, shoot, my bad. I had on my Christian glasses. And say unto Zion, thou art my people. Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of Yahweh the cup of his fury. We did. We fucked up and we had to drink the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. We did. Yes, we did. We had to do that. And we are his beloved. We had to do that. Now, you tell me, if we had to go through all of that, what in the fuck make you Christians think that you guys are going to be able to escape? That you guys aren't going to have to go anything, that y'all can call on Jesus, get raptured the fuck out of here, and avoid any and all kind of judgment? Are you fucking kidding me? The Most High judges nations. Nations. He judged his own people as a nation. There was no differentiation. No, okay, well, these people were good and he was good. No, the entire nation went into captivity. But you guys think that you can get away because you're a good person. Because I've never had a slave. But I like the niggers. I've never done anything bad to the niggers. I got a friend that's a nigger. Wow. Wow. Lack of accountability. Just gonna act like you should be able to just skate free. You shouldn't be held accountable for shit. When we get into the portion on regeneration, you're really gonna be scared to death because you're gonna realize that you've lived before and that you have to be held accountable for everything that you've ever done. This isn't your first go around. You motherfuckers have definitely lived and had slaves at some point in all your lifetimes. At some point, you've taken part in the persecution of the Most High's people, more than likely, and you're gonna have to reckon with that. You're gonna have to pay that price. You're gonna have to pay that price. The Most High requires that which is past. You will have to pay for what you've done in your previous existences. Yeah, scary thought. YOLO is not a thing. All right. So let's get verse 19. Yeah. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. What's at the head of all the streets? The corners, right? What people is constantly be found hanging out on the corners? Who? Which people? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets, the corners, as a wild bull in a net. That's us. Our young men out there like wild bulls. That's in the net, trapped. Wild bulls, they're just wild, but they're captive bulls. They're in the net. They're trapped. There ain't much they can do. They can't really go anywhere. They have no freedom. They are full of the fury of Yahweh, the rebuke of thy power. Yes, they are full of the fury of them. That's why they're out there wilding out like they're doing. Loose cannons and subject to his death strokes all day long. That's why they fall day in and day out with no mercy, because that is their judgment. That's why the Most High puts that spirit of hatred among all of our young men, so that he can execute judgment on every last one of the wicked of his own people who deserve to get it. And if he does this to his own people, why do you other nations believe that you're going to escape when the curses switch to you? These were the curses his people had to go under. Now the curses are being removed. The 2/3 of our people still got to go through these curses. The 1/3 of us, we've been removed from it. But all you heathen nations, now you all get to go through all of those curses that the lowly Negroes had to go through, but you're going to get a double portion. You're going to get a double cup. Hope you're thirsty. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith thy Lord, Yahweh, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. I'm going to remove these curses from you. I'm going to remove all of these things that I put you under. Everything that I force you to have to go through, I'm going to take it away from you. And you'll never again have to experience this stuff. Never again. But I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee the switching of the curses, which have said to thy soul, your soul, bow down, that we may go over. What people were forced to bow down for another people to get over, to use them as stepping stools, to use them as a way for themselves to be lifted up and to be blessed. Bow down that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. That's our people. That's our people. That's the Lord's people. That's who this happened to. And it wasn't those people over there. We're the only ones that fit the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68. We're the only ones who fit all of this stuff in the book. We fit all of this stuff. All of this stuff is talking about us, talking to us. We're the only people that this matches, the only people that this aligns with. There is no way that this could be anybody else. If we aren't the Israelites, nobody are. The book is fake. If we aren't the Israelites, nobody are. It's a fictional fucking book. If we aren't the people, it's all fiction. It's all fiction if we aren't the people, because nobody else fits. All of this stuff didn't happen to anybody else but us. Y'all go ahead and let that marinate. I've been cooking. I got some more. Don't trip. But we're gonna let this right here marinate, and we're gonna put it on the grill tomorrow. All right? We're gonna put it on the grill tomorrow. Don't even trip. But for now, y'all go ahead and digest what y'all already ate. Let that other meat go ahead and marinate a little bit. And we will reconvene tomorrow. All right? I pray that you are all edified out there, Israel and Christians alike. Right? Hope you all are getting something out of this. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, the one, the only true living power, the power of Yasharallah, the power of Israel, and only Israel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned. Shalom, fam.